YouTube. It's Shalene. Let me fix my phone so you could see me. Okay, that should work. So I just wanted to do a quick update. It is now my, I'm going into my 9th week. So I wanted to touch base with everyone regarding this surgery. I just want to talk because I've been talking to some newbies about the consideration of the surgery and people that are getting ready to go into surgery. And one of the things that I wanted to touch base on is this surgery being a quick fix. So many of them had this concept in their mind that they were going to go and have the surgery and that all this weight is going to fall off of them, and then they were going to basically, they just thought that they weren't going to have to work for it, basically. So I talked to a couple of people and I explained to them what the situation is, that, you know, you have to give up your soda, you have to give up certain things that you eat, drink, your intake is the most important thing. And basically, one of the girls that I had talked to had mentioned something about giving up her soda. Well, you know what, the reason why we need to give up soda is because the carbonation could re-stretch out your stomach. So, in case you didn't know, but that's what happens with the carbonation. Not to mention the amount of sugar that's in the carbonated soda. There's lots of sugar in there. Excuse me, sorry. So what I want to say is that, like, what I learned from Kaiser is that everything we're going to eat, like, should contain 3 grams of sugar or less, or at least try to do that. It's very, very hard to do that, but it's possible. Long periods of time, I mean, gradually you're going to increase your sugars. I eat chewy, like, granola bars and stuff like that, and that has around, like, 6 sugars, and I'm perfectly fine. I have not experienced dumping yet, and I hope not to. I've had little things here and there that I would have thought would have made me dump, but the one experience I thought I was dumping with was basically I had tried steak too early, and my body wasn't ready for it, so it, you know, exited both ways. But I talked about that in a previous video. But I wanted to just touch base with these newbies and let you know kind of just a little bit more about the surgery. The other thing is just, you know, the mental breakdown of breaking yourself down. What attached you to food in the first place? What was it? Was it a situation? Was it a life event? Was it an individual? Like, what is it that attracted you to the food in the place that it became where we were not, you know, you're no longer living, you're living to eat instead of eating to live. So what is it that got you to that point is what you need to break yourself down and know. I know there was a lot of events in my life that happened that helped, you know, me push towards food. That was my security. It's like an alcoholic that turns to alcohol, a drug addict that turns to their drug of choice. Like, everyone struggles with different addictions, and food so happened to be mine. So anyhow, in my last video I talked about how basically I have been struggling with, like, the emotional part. So 3 times now this week I have ate out of emotion, and I recognized it. I had gotten angry with someone. It was not even no one I knew. It was someone on the street that I didn't even know. But I was like so mad and upset the way they treated me that like I came home and as I was eating, I didn't realize, like, I didn't even consciously think what I was eating, how fast I was eating, nothing. And I just, you know, sat there, ate my food all up until I suddenly felt, it was like a wham, just hit me. And then I was like, what did I do? So that's where I say that you have to emotionally get into place, because I thought I was emotionally in place. I went through counseling before this. I went through anger management. I went through all these things to get to the point where I said, I want to make sure that mentally every way, even though I think, you know, like, even if I felt like I didn't have a big, you know, problem or whatnot, I wanted to get down to the roots. So I just want to tell you guys that it's going to take constant continuation with that kind of stuff. You know, you may feel like, you know, you're perfectly fine and you're doing a good job and so forth one day, but then the next day you might just like relapse, just like a drug addict, alcoholic, whatever. Same thing. It's just a different choice of addiction. So getting to the root of your mental break, I'm looking at my notes, sorry. Mentally ready, and the part about it being a quick fix, you know, just knowing that it's not a quick fix. This is not a quick fix. I mean, it's going to be continuous work for the rest of your life. There's going to be a point again where your stomach may just be a little bit bigger, and you're going to have to learn how to make better decisions on what to eat and what not to eat. So that's one thing. The other thing is that you have to hit your rock bottom. People could advise you to have the surgery. People could recommend it. Your physicians could explain it to you. You know, anyone could say whatever they say to you, but until you are ready to make the decision to make the change, then it's not going to happen. You know, it's going to take you to say, I'm done being fat. I'm done being unhealthy. I am done being a diabetic. I am done having sleep apnea. I'm done being bedbound. It's going to take you to say, I am finished with being this sick and like not living life. And, you know, statistics say that, you know, people that are overweight, you know, morbid or obese, that they don't live very long. I mean, your lifespan is cut down. Well, that's because, you know, weight brings on health problems, and it gets worse and worse and worse. So granted, you may not have the health problems yet, but you know that you're on your way to that road because you're not eating right, you're eating too much, and it's not healthy for you. You're not exercising. So it's going to take you to get to your rock bottom and decide that you want to live life and you want to live it abundantly the way that God planned and chose for you to live it. And, you know, if you're stuck at that point right now where you're deciding that, you know, whether or not you want to have a surgery, I just want to recommend, I mean, you've seen my previous videos, I had, you know, the complications, I had the setbacks, I had oxygen, but I decided that all that was worth it. Like now, where I'm at now, I am so thankful that I made the decision I did, and I would do it over in a heartbeat. With everything that happened to me, I would do all this over. And I remember in those first videos that I said, and I don't edit my videos, people, like, they come out straight out how I am. Like, this is it. I don't edit. But I'm going to tell you that in those beginning videos, I thought I was going to die. I thought I made a mistake. I regretted it. I cried about it. I was discouraged about it. I was just battling mentally and saying, just can't believe this. Like, what did I do? I was, what decision did I make? I must have made the wrong decision. It's not the wrong decision, and I am thankful now. It took a good 5 weeks for me to really feel actually better. I seen a lot of my peers around me that had the surgery felt better a lot sooner, but everyone's different, and I would still highly, highly recommend this surgery. The other thing I want to talk about is I started boot camp. For the first time in my life, I actually have like a scheduled workout regimen with a personal trainer, and there's a group of girls that goes to the school up here, and there's one guy in the class, and I am like absolutely loving this. Half the crap I cannot even do. I go in there and I am like so out of shape. I am working muscles that I've probably never worked. I am working out hard. So I have like Zumba Mondays, Tuesdays, boot camp, Wednesdays a core and more class, Thursdays another Zumba, and I'm trying to walk every day at lunch, at work too, so that I'm getting 2 hours a day of workout. One in the afternoon is basic walking or elliptical machine or weights, and then in the evening it's working out with the classes and so forth. So I'm doing more active like now than I ever did, and I had to get a trainer because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have the slightest idea of what I'm supposed to be doing. I never worked out. I haven't worked out since high school, and it was just basically what they told us to get by in, like weightlifting class and stuff like that. So anyways, to prepare, to plan pre-surgery, get off the soda, substitute it with water, add different things to your water, cucumbers, fruits, lemon, lime, Mio, Crystal Light, Benefiber. There's so many things that you could add to your water to make it sweetened or a little bit different. So start that pre-surgery, and then start working out pre-surgery. Whether it's a walk up the block or whatever, you've got to start somewhere. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about is chakras. I don't know if any of you guys have done much research on the chakras, but Aveda sells different sprays that you could spray in front of your face to get into your nose to help align your different chakras, and it just depends on what you're off balance on that day. But I also got some tea that has helped me with that. So I would highly recommend looking into that. I'm not into the whole meditation thing because I don't believe that your mind should be completely empty. I do believe that it should be focused on God at all times, and that when your mind's empty, that evil could enter. So what I do is a relaxation. I don't necessarily do meditation, but I have kind of like a fountain. I don't know if you can see it over there, but I have a fountain next to my bed that I sleep with, and then my husband has an app on his phone that is just like relaxing sounds, and we play around with it every night and do something a little bit different. You could add in forest, birds, water, rain, thunderstorms, whatever, but it goes through all these different things. That also helps to just relax in that type of feeling, and then just wake up rejuvenated. However, I've been waking up more tired, but I think it's because I'm working out now, and I never used to do that. So do some look up on the chakras, because if you're not feeling like yourself, or you're not feeling like you can make certain decisions on your own, sometimes that goes into play with your body being off of alignment. So anyhow, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Haven't weighed myself, won't weigh myself until probably Well, actually, I did weigh myself. My trainer made me step on the scale. It was like 204 the last time I weighed myself last week. I don't know what it's going to be. I'm going to basically just wait off on weighing myself for a while. But let me do an updated view.